Good morning viewers, it's Rob here. I'm going for an early morning scooter film along Oriental Bay, and I thought it would be good to show you the drive-in from Petone all the way through to Oriental Bay. It's almost 8 o'clock and we're just going to head round this bend and get out of Petone. And if anyone watched my last video where I scooter rode from Petone through to Ngaurunga, we will be taking that route. This time it'll be a lot quicker and we'll be going by car. The verge on our left there, and you can see the start of the scooter track on your left. Exciting. And so we're driving south towards Wellington. Looks like it's going to be an okay day in Wellington. We've got storms heading down the country, coming from the islands. Technically it's coming from Auckland, Northland. Looks like the diggers are still out this morning. It seemed to be building this cycleway 24/7 or rolling this morning. And it looks like we've got a bit of a rainbow out to sea. It's nice and sunny. So it should be a fast ride in today. This is early morning Sunday traffic, so there's no queues, shouldn't be any merge problems, hopefully no accidents. It should be a quick, fast ride in, plenty of scenery. So I do think the drive-in here is often spoiled by these train tracks here on the left. We have electric powered trains in Wellington, and we have them not powered by a third rail, so they're powered by the overhead lines. And so this monstrosity of galvanized steel and wire heading beside the train tracks is actually the third rail, but it's suspended in the air. I guess that means no one will be able to electrocute themselves crossing the track. So the motorway into Wellington is a speed control motorway. When one comes along this road, keep an eye out for what speed the motorway is going to be running at. And while it's a good idea in principle, I do not think people follow the limit. So when the limit says 60, you get people doing 80, 90, people overtaking, and it's quite easy to be someone holding up all the traffic. But this morning, it doesn't look like we're going to have that problem. Just a bit of rain, unfortunately. Luckily, I've brought my rain jacket. Hopefully it just blows over. Doesn't look like we're going to have the morning business this morning. Okay, so we're off to our left is the exit, and that goes up the Ngaurunga Gorge or into Wellington on the old top road, I think. It's coming out of the flyovers now, and this is where the motorway begins. So no walking, no bicycling, and no scooters. So the light sprinkle of rain, and there's a bit of blustery wind about. I can feel it buffeting the car. Can't really see. I'll just fight for this merge. There we go. So here we are. Should be able to see Wellington somewhere ahead of us. The big white ship in front of you, it looks to be one of the ferries, one of the inter-island ferries. They're soon to be replaced, those ferries. They're quite old, they're quite aging. been prone to breakdown. I think prone to breaking down in the Strait. Might have my ferry companies mixed up there. So I guess Wellington is a working port. It has a lot of logging and ferries come out of it. I guess there's some oil, but that might be up the other end of the harbour. We're just going to come up and get onto a flyover now. So we're now up in the air. The Inter-Islander is off to the left. What is that today? It's the Quay. Can't read it. And this is our first exit. You might be able to see the rainbow off in the distance there. These big tanks here, they're all concrete tanks full of cement. Here we are, slowing down. So we've just come off the motorway now and we're getting down into the more industrial port section of Wellington. This is where all the cruise ships dock. Merger coming up, I'll just be quiet. There we go. And so on the left here, where the cruise ship will stop, and they've just put in this roundabout. It's really improved the flow of traffic as far as I'm concerned. The roundabout here used to be like a T intersection before. And the big building on your right is the Petone. We don't call it that anymore, I don't think. Now officially known as the Sky Stadium. You can see this ahead of us, where all the logs are stored. And because there's a lot of cruise ship people used to like walking along here, they erected this wind shelter here, so that the cruise ship people could walk into Wellington if they wanted. They also wanted to hide the logging operations from the cruise ship operators, so that they didn't feel from the cruise ship guests. So I guess they didn't feel like they were coming into an industrial zone. Better slow down a bit. Go. So on our right, that orangey brown building made out of bricks, that's the main train station for Wellington. It's the only train station. Oh no, the main train station for Wellington. Now we're getting into the more CBD, Central Business District part of Wellington. A lot more high rises, a lot more corporate buildings. Quite a few new ones have sprung up along. It's quite an interesting ride. Quite an interesting life. Now we've just gone past the Beehive, completely out of shot, but if you get to the Wellington train station, you're a stone's throw away from the Beehive, which is one of the buildings that's associated with our government. I'll be running the gauntlet of red lights today. Slow start there. Looks like this is a traffic light for the pedestrian crossing here. Okay, change lanes. Right behind me. More importantly, no one in the lane that I was changing into. Okay, so we're just about to run past Frank Kids Park here. So that's on our left. So that's had a makeover. They've rebuilt one of the children's playgrounds there. It's quite fun. Apparently too many kids were breaking their legs going down the slides. So a bit of a rough playground. I think it's the lagoon is on our left there. I was going to call it Aotea Lagoon, but that's Motorway. Now the Amora Hotel there, you can see, it's been closed for years. That big white building on the right hand side. And here we are. Now we're heading towards Oriental Bay, Oriental Parade. And I'm just going to go past Te Papa. So Te Papa's on our left. So if you want to get there from the train station, it's quite close. And on our right, this big wavy swerve there, that shelter, that's our local event centre the council's built. And so, slow down, let's focus. Oh, it looks like we've got a market on it this morning. Wellington market down by the waterfront. Be interesting to go have a look around that. Somebody just getting into his house bus there. Don't normally see buses with entrances on the right hand side like that. Now this is where I think the drive might get a bit sunstruck. So we're on Oriental Parade and we may have to leave this video here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see much. So my plan for today for filming Scooter Ride is to come back and head south. I've actually got to ride out towards the end of the point, head up to the lighthouse, park there, and then I ride back. Whoa, even I'm squinting with that. Now it's a 40k zone around here. So got a number of go slow sections throughout Wellington, and Oriental Parade is one of them. Now Oriental Parade runs alongside Oriental Bay, which is this bay to the left, the sandy bay there. They bring in a lot of sand from the South Island a couple of years and restock it. That was a mammoth undertaking a few years back. And every couple of years they come out with bulldozers and they re-level it. The Bandera Tunda on our left, we've just gone past, all that's shut, all boarded off. And so this Oriental Parade in Wellington is where $1 million apartments are, or multi-million dollar apartments are. It's fantastic. There's old buildings here, multi-stories, and you've got a view out to the left, which I'm sorry you can't see in this video, just it's a driving video. The sea's looking pretty rough out there. Good thing I brought my wind jacket. Oh yeah, very rough. Yesterday in Wellington was fantastic. It was 27 degrees, not a drop of air, it was sunny, everyone was out walking, running, and not wearing their jackets and their jerseys like this morning. So let's see how this comes out. I'm going to be riding back along this bike path that leads to the scooter path, bike path, runs along all the way to the airport. Pretty sure it runs to the airport by now. Last time I was on it they were still building a good half of it. And here we've come around the point and we're going over towards Miramar. Now, Miramar is a suburb on our left across the water. It's quite famous because that's where the film studios are. I think I'm going to be looking for a park and going for a ride along Oriental Parade. I know there's a car park around here somewhere. Balena Bay. Come on. Miramar Peninsula, I think. You won't be able to see it, but over on the very point is a monument to one of our Prime Ministers. He died some years ago, a few decades ago, and they built a monument to him. It's all carved out of marble by public description. Anyway, that's me. I'm off to film a video. Until next time, bye.